There's very few teams have gotten 91 or over in the history of the league. 10. 8 of them won the title, 2 didn't. That was us both times. There's very few teams that have only lost twice in a season. If we can win 4 and draw 1 of our last games, that's 92 points. And that's 2 defeats all season. Like, that is rarefied air, whatever way you want to look at it. And we've also looked then at the gap in some of these seasons. Nobody has questioned the league as being weak in other seasons. You see, if Arsenal were winning the league this year, we'd be hearing a very different tale. And the tale we'd be hearing is about the development of the mid-table and how strong the mid-table has been this year. And we're in a situation in this year's Premier League where, with 5 games to go, you've got 5 clubs in the mix for 3rd, 4th, and 5th for Champions League football. 5 clubs still in the mix. You've got Bournemouth setting a record points tally for themselves. They got 48 last year, 49 so far this season. You've got a very good Fulham team. You've got a good Brighton team. You've got a good Brentford team, a good Crystal Palace team. If Arsenal were winning the league, we'd hear people bigging up your Bournemouth, Fulham, Brighton, Brentford, and Crystal Palace group of 5 as an example of how strong the mid-table is. You see, if the Premier League was as crap as everybody wants to make it out to be, wouldn't Manchester United be higher than 14th? Wouldn't Tottenham be higher than 16th? Wouldn't West Ham, with all the money they spent, be higher than 17th in the league? If the Premier League was as bad as people want you to believe it is. It's not Liverpool's fault that Arsenal don't have the minerals to win a Premier League title. That's not Liverpool's fault at all. You see, the Manchester City fall-off was always going to come at some point, because when you looked at the squad profile and the ages in that squad, it was a lot of old guys and a lot of kids, and not a lot in the middle, not a lot of peak-aged footballers. We'd also never seen a team win 4 in a row before. We'd seen it happen with 3 in a row. United had done it twice under Ferguson. We did it back under Bob Paisley. But no one had done 4 in a row. And it takes a lot to win a league title. It takes a lot physically, but it takes a lot mentally and emotionally as well. So at some point, the drop-off with City was always going to hit, and it was going to hit pretty hard. Now, it hit harder than expected this year because Rodri got injured. But even if Rodri hadn't got injured, City were not going to win the league this year if we played like this. Rodri is not 21 points over 33 games. Great and all as he is. He's not moving City from 58 points to 79 or 80. He's not doing that by himself. Great and all as he is, he might be the difference between them being 5th and being 2nd. They might be on 67, 68 kind of points. But Rodri's injury is not why City are losing the title. The reason they're losing the title this year is because of 2 things. The effort level, the constant need for high-level performance for 4 straight years. And remember with City as well, they often go deep in the cup runs. They often go deep in Europe. So it's a lot of games over and over and over and over again. That's one factor. And the other factor is the makeup of their squad, which was just suboptimal from day one. And if you were listening to Two Footed, I highlighted this before the season. The makeup of their squad meant that it was going to come to a very abrupt halt because old legs would just give up. We saw what happened with old legs in 22-23 when we tried to play a season in which Jordan Henderson could no longer move and Fabinho looked like he'd been put into plaster of Paris and stuck in the middle of the pitch. He was like a scarecrow. That's what it looked like. And City, KDB, Ilkay Gundogan, Bernardo Silva's a little bit beyond the point that you'd want him. John Stones is past his best. Kyle Walker was well past his best. City had 4 of them. It happened in different ways with them. With KDB, it was some injuries. It was some poor performance. With Gundogan, the guy, with respect, the guy shouldn't be playing Premier League football anymore. Kyle Walker became a complete liability, and John Stones just can't stay fit and stay on the pitch. That's been a problem with him for a couple of years now. But eventually with City, it was going to come to a very abrupt halt, and it came to an abrupt halt. So what happened with them was kind of predictable. Not that they'd fall this far, but that they wouldn't be in the mix to win the title. But the flip side of that is that Nottingham Forest are having a much better season than anyone predicted. That Newcastle are having a very strong season. That Villa are having a strong season. That Chelsea are having a decent season, though compared to what money they spent, they'll still be disappointed. And then that 5 in the mid-table are all playing very well. Like, the idea of this as a weak league, it's simply not true. It's been a weak Manchester City. There has been a fall off from Arsenal. But again, why would we expect that Arsenal could win the league when they haven't shown us that they can win the league? You looked at this Liverpool team, and I didn't think we'd win the league this year. But coming into this season, we knew that Alisson Becker could win a league title. We knew that Trent Alexander-Arnold could win a league title. We knew that Virgil van Dijk could win a league title. We knew that Andy Robertson, despite the fact he has declined significantly, could win a league, knew how to win a league title. We knew that Mohamed Salah knew how to win a league title. We've got a World Cup winner in midfield who's won league titles elsewhere. We have lads in our group that know how to win the major prizes. You look at Arsenal, they don't have any of that. They don't have any champions in their team. I know David Raya won the Euros, but he was the 3rd choice keeper. Did he play one game? He doesn't know how to win anything. None of that defense knows how to win. Those midfielders don't know how to win. Those forward players don't know how to win. Kai Havertz won a Champions League. Congrats to him. One of the worst Champions League winning teams of all time. Round of applause. Did score the winner, so credit to him for that. But he's kind of the outlier. Obviously, Gabriel Jesus won titles at City, but he was never a first-choice starter. Zinchenko won titles at City. He wasn't a starter at City. These guys didn't know how to go and win titles week after week after week because they hadn't been asked to do it. They've been squad players. Jesus more, a lot more so of the 12th to 13th man maybe. Zinchenko was a lot further down the rotation line. But this Arsenal team, they don't know how to win. Arne Slot had won a league title. Mikel Arteta's never won a league title as a manager. So how would we expect them to win? They don't know how to win. They haven't won a league title in 21 years. We know what it's like. We all remember what it's like when you're that far into it. You get a good team. We had it under Rafa. Really strong team, missing you could argue, the final 2 or 3 pieces of the puzzle. But it was a really strong team. And we all thought, that team was going to be the one. That team with Rafa as manager, Reina in goal, Carragher, Agger or Skirtle, sometimes Hippier, but in the late 2000s it was largely Carragher and Agger or Skirtle. Arbeloa as a fullback. That gave us a base. Alonso, Mascherano and Gerrard in midfield. That was better than anyone else could put forward at the time. Torres up front. We were let down by the lack of quality in wide areas. We had decent players there. Coit, Riera, Benayoun, Babel, decent players. But none of them consistently good enough. You could have got away with, say, Dirk, and then if the other had been consistently good enough, that would have been fine. We lacked a consistently good enough left back as well.
Reds, it's Jack here, and that was a clip from one of Anfield Index's audio podcasts. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you do like, share and subscribe to keep up to date on all things LFC. We record around 100 audio podcasts every month, with our shows featuring match-going fans, top journalists, professional analysts and even Liverpool legends along the way, with the great Dane himself, Jan Molby, joining us every single week. If you want to listen to all our podcasts for free, head over to AnfieldIndex.com/podcasts. Our audio shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Anfield Index. Or if you prefer to listen to all our podcasts in full and without any ads, why not head over to AI Pro today to check it out now at AnfieldIndexPro.com. If you want to get involved in the great growing community of Liverpool fans, check out the Anfield Index Discord. The link is in the description. Do get involved with that, from Reds around every corner of the globe. For now, Reds, hope you enjoyed this video.